Hello, neighbor. I'm so glad you're here again, in this quiet space of ours. It's a rainy day today, not a big storm, just a light and steady drizzle, the kind of rain that seems to make the city of Pittsburgh slow down a bit. I'm sitting here by the window, watching the little drops trickle down the glass. And in my hands, I'm holding something very old. It's a small silver spoon, a dessert spoon. I think it's part of a set that belonged to my grandmother. It had been in a box for a very long time, and it was tarnished. You see, there were dark streaks and a dull film covering its surface. It didn't shine anymore. So I took a soft cloth and a little bit of polish, and I began to rub it gently, very slowly. And as I polished, a small, quiet miracle happened. Little by little, the dull film began to dissolve, and underneath it, the warm, bright surface of real silver began to appear. I could see my own reflection in it, a bit distorted. Of course, I could also see the little scratches, the tiny dents that years and years of use had left behind. They didn't disappear, but now they were part of a shining surface. Instead of being hidden under a layer of tarnish, this simple task made me think about us, about people, and about an idea. The greatest gift you ever give is your honest self. It's a beautiful thing to say, but it's also a hard thing to do, isn't it? Because it seems that so much of the time we are doing the opposite. We spend so much energy covering up our honest selves, just like the tarnish that covered this spoon. We have our masks, so many masks. There is the mask of professionalism we wear to work. This mask says, I am fine. I am in control. I know the answers. We wear it in meetings. When facing a huge workload, when a project is going wrong, we are afraid that if we take it off, if we admit, I'm not sure about this, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, others will think we are weak or not competent enough. Then there is the mask of cheerfulness we wear with our friends. This mask is always smiling. It tells funny stories. It never wants to bring the mood down with its own problems, even when there is a storm raging inside. This mask keeps the surface perfectly calm and peaceful. And there are even more subtle masks. The mask of the perfect parent who never seems to get tired or lose patience. The mask of the strong friend who is always there to listen to everyone else's problems, but never shares their own burdens. We become such skilled actors in our own lives. We learn the lines, we know the expressions, and sometimes we wear these masks for so long that we forget what our own face looks like underneath. Why do we do this? Because we believe that our honest self, with all of its scratches, its imperfections, its complicated feelings, is not good enough. We believe it is not lovable. We are afraid that if people saw that real person, they would be disappointed. They would turn away, and that is a very real fear. It comes from deep experiences. Maybe as a child, you cried and were told to stop being a baby. Maybe you showed your excitement and were told you were too much. Maybe you shared a fear and were laughed at. Those small wounds teach us a lesson that it is not safe to show our true feelings, that it is better to hide. And what is the cost of all this hiding? It is enormous. It is exhausting. Wearing a mask all day long requires a huge amount of energy that could be used for creating, for loving, for enjoying life. Instead, it is spent on maintaining an appearance, and the saddest part of all, it makes us lonely, so very lonely. Even when we are in a room full of people, we can feel completely alone because we know that the person everyone is talking to, the person everyone is smiling with, is not really us. It is our mask. And no true connection can ever be made between a mask and another person. So, what is an honest self? And why is it a gift? Your honest self is not your perfect self. Quite the opposite. Your honest self includes your moments of strength and your moments of weakness, your times of confidence and your times of doubt, your brilliant joys and your quiet sorrows. It does not mean speaking every thought in your head without a filter. Honesty is not an excuse for unkindness. Honesty, as I have come to understand it, is simply the harmony between your inner world and your outer world. It is allowing what you show on the outside to be a gentle and appropriate reflection of what is truly happening on the inside, and that is a gift. First, it is a gift to the people around you. When you give someone your honest self, you are giving them something incredibly precious. You are giving them your trust. You are saying to them, I trust you enough to let you see the real me, even the imperfect parts. I trust that you will not use it to hurt me. And when a person receives the gift of trust, they very often feel moved to respond with their own care and trustworthiness. I think of two women, Maria and Sarah, who are neighbors. They would often see each other at the playground with their children. Their conversations were usually about surface-level things: the kids, the weather, their jobs. Both of them maintained a cheerful, everything is fine appearance. One afternoon, Maria's son fell and scraped his knee. He cried very loudly. As Maria was comforting him, for just a moment, a look of complete exhaustion crossed her face. Sarah asked, "Is everything okay?" Maria was about to say, "Oh, it's fine, just a little scrape," as she usually would, but instead, she took a deep breath and she told a simple truth. To be honest, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed lately. It was a very small moment, but it was a gift, the gift of honesty, and a wonderful thing happened. When Sarah heard that, she didn't think Maria was weak. Instead, she felt a connection. The wall of pretense between them had a small crack in it, and Sarah stepped through it. Too, she said, "I know that feeling. Last week, I hid in the bathroom just to cry by myself for 5 minutes." In that moment, they were no longer two perfect mothers. They were just two human beings, sharing a very real experience. The loneliness that both had been silently feeling was cut in half. Maria's honesty gave Sarah permission to be honest. 2. Maria's gift created a safe space for them both. Your honesty has that power. It quietly says to the people around you, you are allowed to be yourself here. 2, you don't have to pretend. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to not know the answers. You are allowed to be imperfect, and you will still be accepted. That is one of the most healing and liberating gifts one human being can give to another. And second, just as importantly, being your honest self is a priceless gift you give to yourself. When you stop spending energy on maintaining an image, you have that energy for things that truly matter. You feel a sense of relief. It's like taking off a pair of shoes that are too tight after wearing them all day. You begin to allow yourself to enjoy simple pleasures more fully. Your smile is no longer just a polite gesture. It is a true expression of the joy inside you. Your tears are not a sign of failure. They are the necessary release of sadness. You also begin to treat yourself more kindly when you accept your own imperfections. You are less likely to beat yourself up when you make a mistake. You see the mistake as a part of learning, not as proof of your inadequacy. I have a friend named John in New York who decided to learn to play the cello when he was in his 60s. For the first few months, the sounds he made were truly awful. They were screechy and out of tune. The neighborhood kids would sometimes tease him. If he had been trying to wear the mask of a dignified older gentleman, he probably would have given up out of embarrassment. But John chose honesty. He would laugh and say to the kids, "It sounds pretty bad, doesn't it?" "Well, I'm still learning." He was honest about his clumsiness. He was honest about his slow learning process. And because he wasn't wasting energy pretending to be better than he was, he could put all of his focus into learning, and his joy didn't come from playing like a professional. His joy came from the process itself, from the feeling of the bow on the strings, from the small progress he made each day. The gift he gave himself was not becoming a great cellist. The gift was the permission to be a beginner, to be awkward, to be imperfect, and to honestly enjoy the journey. Giving your honest self is not a one-time act. It is a practice every day, in small ways. It is when a colleague asks for your opinion, and instead of saying what you think they want to hear, you bravely share your real thoughts. Respectfully, it is when your child asks you a difficult question, and instead of making up an answer, you say, "I don't know, let's find out together." It is when someone gives you a compliment, and instead of brushing it off, you simply say, "Thank you. That means a lot to me." It is when you feel happy. You allow yourself to laugh out loud. When you feel sad, you allow yourself to be quiet. Each time you choose honesty over pretense, you are making the muscle of your courage and self-acceptance a little bit stronger. But there is another side to this. Sometimes our honesty is not received as we hope. Sometimes when you take off your mask, it can make other people uncomfortable. Your honesty might disturb the familiar image they had of you. Imagine a family where conflict is always avoided. Everything is always peaceful, but it is a false peace. Then one day, a member of the family bravely speaks an uncomfortable truth. "I feel like nobody in this house really listens to each other." That honest statement might cause a storm. Others might react with anger or denial. How can you say that we're a loving family? In that moment, the person who spoke the truth might feel very alone and regretful. But honesty, even when it causes pain at first, is the only path to real healing. It is like a doctor who must clean a wound before it can get better. The process hurts, but without it, the wound would only get infected from within. That honest statement, as hard as it was to hear, was a gift of love, the gift of hope that this relationship could become more real, more deep. Looking back at this silver spoon, I finished polishing one side. It is shiny, but it is not perfect. I can still see the scratches, but now the scratches don't make it ugly. They tell a story of family meals, of being used and loved. Its honesty, including the scratches, is what makes it precious. You are the same. The experiences that have shaped you, both the joys and the pains, have left their marks. Those scratches are not things to be hidden or polished away. They are part of your honest and unique self, and that self, in all its complexity, its beauty, and its imperfections, that self is the greatest gift you have. To give that gift takes courage, because it means you risk being vulnerable, you risk being rejected, you risk being misunderstood, but the reward is priceless. The reward is real connection. It is peace in your own soul. It is the freedom of being you. And you know, the people who are meant to be in your life will not turn away when they see the real you. They will be the ones who treasure that gift the most. You've made this day a special day just by being you, your honest self. There's no person in the whole world like you. And that is a gift to all of us. Thank you for being here. My neighbor.